Ever seen pictures of Jesus or the Virgin Mary with dark skin? Or maybe Abraham or King David portrayed with darker shades? Russia has revealed some ancient paintings showing just that. But this isn't some unique twist by Russia. These paintings hold deep meanings and raise important questions about history and faith. These images aren't just random artworks. They have hidden truths that make us think differently about religious figures. These newly revealed biblical icons aren't just random artworks. They hold significant meaning, sparking important questions about history, faith representation, and the unexpected corners of religious art. Get ready to dive into some eye-opening revelations as we explore the hidden truths behind these depictions. Let's start with Jesus, perhaps the most recognized figure in the world today. The typical image of Jesus, especially in Western cultures, is that of a fair-skinned man with long, wavy hair and light-colored eyes. But here's the thing. The Bible doesn't actually describe Jesus' appearance. What we do know is that he was a Jewish man born in Bethlehem and raised in Nazareth during the 1st century. He likely had the brown eyes and skin of other Jewish people from Galilee, where he grew up. Despite being a central figure in history, there are no known images of Jesus from his lifetime. The Bible doesn't give us much to go on about his physical features. Interestingly, when Jesus was arrested before his crucifixion, Judas had to point him out to the soldiers because he looked similar to his disciples. This lack of physical description in the Bible leaves us wondering about the true appearance of Jesus and his contemporaries. The traditional portrayal of Jesus as a white European man has faced criticism, especially in light of ongoing discussions about racism and historical accuracy. And now, recent revelations from Russia have added fuel to this conversation. Russian President Vladimir Putin made headlines by relocating one of Russia's holiest icons from a museum to a Moscow cathedral. Stay tuned as we uncover more about these intriguing biblical icons and what they mean for our understanding of history and faith. The debate surrounding Putin's increasing reliance on the church has intensified with his recent emphasis on the importance of holy icons. Putin's directive to transfer Andrei Rublev's Trinity from Moscow's Tretyakov Gallery to the Russian Orthodox Church for a year has drawn attention to the close intertwining of politics and religion in Russia. The Trinity icon portrays the scene from the Book of Genesis, where 3 angels visit Abraham at the Oak of Mamre. But here's the twist. The icons on display, including this one, are all dark-skinned. Dating back to the 14th century, these rare and provocative masterpieces have been gathered from private collections across Russia. Many of them survived destruction during the Soviet era, thanks to the efforts of museums. Visitors to the exhibition are captivated by the beauty and historical significance of these icons. Some describe the experience as goosebump-inducing, a remarkable feast for the eyes amidst the dreariness outside. These surviving icons offer a glimpse into a rich tradition that might have been lost if not for the efforts of museums to preserve them. Once there were millions of such icons, but now these few remaining ones stand as testaments to a bygone era. Nowadays, only around 50,000 Russian icons remain visible, highlighting the precarious state of these historical treasures. Their unveiling serves as a powerful testament to the enduring strength of truth. These authentic paintings challenge us to reconsider our understanding of the past, especially regarding the presence and portrayal of black figures. For centuries, these figures may have been obscured from view, but their rediscovery illuminates previously untold narratives. It's a call to reassess long-held assumptions and rewrite history with a more inclusive perspective. During the Soviet era, many Russian icons faced destruction or were sold abroad. Some were hidden to protect them, while others were smuggled out of the country. Since the fall of communism, icon painting studios have re-emerged, producing artwork in various styles for both local and international markets. Older hidden icons have resurfaced, and some have even been brought back from overseas. An exhibition at Castel Sant'Angelo in Rome showcases 40 Russian icons, marking their first journey outside Russia. These artworks were concealed after the October Revolution of 1917 to safeguard them from anti-religious actions. It's a significant moment as these icons, often painted on wood, hold deep symbolism and are revered as representations of divine inspiration. The exhibition spans centuries, offering a rare glimpse into Russia's religious soul. Icons are highly esteemed in Russian culture, akin to the pyramids for Egypt or the temples for the Greeks. These artworks provide invaluable insights into Russian history and spirituality. Recent debates have arisen regarding the blackness of biblical icons. Some speculate that age caused the darkening of these images, while others argue that it accurately reflects the skin color of the depicted individuals. This discussion prompts us to consider the accuracy of historical representations and challenges preconceived notions about iconography. Some believe that the true Israelites were people with black skin, not white. They argue that ancient Egyptians were also black-skinned. In addition, there are claims that the Richat structure in Mauritania is the location of Atlantis. Contrary to the practice in other countries, Russians supposedly maintained the true paintings and iconography without alteration. According to certain interpretations of ancient maps, the Kingdom of Judah was situated in West Africa. After the destruction of the Jewish nation by Titus, millions of Jews allegedly fled to Africa, particularly to the western region. From there, they were sold into slavery across the globe. The belief persists that the animosity towards black people isn't just random, but stems from historical events. Some attribute this to the Israelites' failure to adhere to God's commandments. According to the Bible, Moses warned them of blessings and curses, with disobedience leading to the loss of their land to unknown peoples. The root of hatred towards black people, some argue, lies in a historical mixing of two black-skinned groups, the descendants of Ham and Shem. Shem's descendants, in particular, are believed to bear the brunt of this animosity as punishment for their disobedience to God. According to certain perspectives, the portrayal of biblical figures as white in America is a deception. In contrast, Russians, it is said, stuck to depicting these figures as black, as evidenced in biblical texts like Songs of Solomon and Revelations. The unveiling of black icons didn't end with Russia's revelations. President Putin has been at the forefront of revealing remarkable paintings of Jesus dating back to the 1400s by Father Vladimir Ivanov. These paintings, often depicting black figures, shed light on the history of black people in places like Russia and Italy. A highly sought-after book containing such depictions can fetch prices ranging from $300 to $3,000. These images challenge conventional narratives and are often unknown to black people in America. Even students of black or world history may not have encountered such portrayals, which defy the Eurocentric norms typically taught in educational systems. The images in the book reveal black angels, black individuals at the crucifixion of Christ, and even black rulers. These depictions, contrary to mainstream portrayals, highlight the extensive presence and influence of black people throughout history, a fact often overlooked or disregarded in traditional education systems. Russia's black icons challenge our commonly held perceptions of antiquity, revealing the extensive presence and influence of black people throughout history. These paintings, dating back to the 1500s and 1600s, depict black icons, including Jesus and Mary, within a highly sought-after book that explores the history of black people in Russia, Italy, and other parts of Europe. The book contains intriguing depictions of black individuals in biblical scenes, a knowledge gap often overlooked in the American educational system. Debates about the authenticity of these icons persist, with Alex Pizzi, a software developer and Catholic Christian, providing insights. Pizzi explains that Russian Christians adopted Byzantine Orthodoxy, including its iconography, without alteration. Orthodox iconography adheres to strict principles, ensuring consistency in portraying Christ, Mary, and other saints. Despite ongoing discussions, Russia continues to fascinate the world with these revelations, representing a quest for truth amidst historical darkness. In a parallel conversation, activists like Sean King advocate for re-evaluating the portrayal of Jesus as white, arguing that it upholds notions of white supremacy. King's stance, shared widely on social media, sparked controversy, with some condemning his remarks. King clarified that he was advocating for the removal of statues and images depicting a white Jesus, emphasizing the need for a more historically accurate representation. He shared images suggesting Jesus may have had a darker complexion, challenging the traditional Eurocentric depiction prevalent in many cultures. This discussion reflects a broader societal reckoning with historical representations and their implications for contemporary understandings of race and identity. Following Sean King's tweet supporting the removal of statues depicting a white Jesus, Jenna Ellis, a lawyer representing President Donald Trump, issued a warning against attempts to cancel Christianity. While it's unclear if Ellis's tweet directly responded to King's, he interpreted it as a defense of Christian whiteness. King argued that Ellis was defending her own racial identity rather than the faith itself, suggesting that attacking depictions of a white Jesus was perceived as an attack on her beliefs. Amid ongoing protests against racial injustice and police brutality, statues and monuments across the United States have been torn down and destroyed. While Confederate symbols have been the primary targets, statues of other figures from early American history have also faced removal. This movement to remove controversial statues has gained momentum in the UK, Europe, and the US, sparking debates about the balance between preserving history and confronting symbols of oppression. Critics of the movement have labeled it as mob rule, highlighting the division in public opinion surrounding the issue. While some celebrate the removal of statues as a step towards addressing systemic racism, others question its validity. Justin Welby, the Archbishop of Canterbury, has joined the conversation, suggesting that the portrayal of Jesus as a white man by the Western Church should be reconsidered. Speaking on the BBC Today programme, Welby emphasised that Jesus was depicted differently in various countries, with Anglican leaders portraying him in diverse ways. Welby noted that representations of Jesus, regardless of race, do not change who Christians worship. He emphasised that these depictions serve as reminders of the universal nature of God, who became fully human. In response to calls for the removal of statues linked to the UK's imperialist history and slave trade, Welby announced that statues in Canterbury Cathedral would undergo review. He acknowledged the need to carefully consider their presence in light of global debates surrounding monuments. The unveiling of black icons serves as a poignant reminder that history is often obscured by darkness. However, these artifacts compel us to reassess our understanding of the past and challenge established narratives. If authenticated, these paintings offer insight into previously unknown aspects of history, urging us to confront the complexities of representation. This discovery underscores the enduring power of truth, encouraging us to critically examine the stories we tell about our collective past. Thanks for watching the video, and if you found it informative, please like and subscribe to Time Capsule for similar content. We look forward to sharing more knowledge with you in the future. Until then, take care.